We stopped eating the day we graduated high school. You remember my classic old rock band Van Halen? Every penny we had went into the gas tank. Okay? I had an Opel Kadett station wagon that I crashed the front of it when we played at the beach, and I couldn't afford to get it fixed, so I carried a shovel to pop it open when it was time. Fix carburetor or whatever. And then one day I slammed the door of the window, it fell down into it. It was like a giant maraca. My girlfriend Arlene at the time said, "When are you going to do something about this shit?" I told her, "Darling, something is being done. Summer is coming." Oh yeah. Al Van Halen would come out. It was like a ritual. His mom, a little Asian lady from Indonesia, she's about this big. She would make a sandwich, okay? She was always peanut butter and jelly, whatever. And she would wrap it in cellophane. And Al would tear it in half, because we didn't eat during the week. Every penny went into the gas tank or into strings. You know that shit where they say, we boil the strings because it makes them sound better? No, you boiled the strings because you couldn't afford other strings. And when you went to McDonald's, or you went to the In-N-Out Burger or whatever, you use what we call the right-hand menu. You do like this. All right, I'll have the cheeseburger. Right? Al would come out with a sandwich. He'd put one half in his mouth, and he'd give me, and I put the other half in my mouth, and we'd load his drums into his car. If we had any pennies left, we would go across the street to the Armenian market where the guys knew us, and we'd spend it on loose cigarettes. And those were the days when we would say to each other, "Hey, you want to go have a cigarette?" And four of us would go have a cigarette. Remember the term, don't fucking hotbox it, man. No shit. Now just recently, if you're a Van Halen fan, one of my esteemed colleagues, he's a contemporary, he's got a great voice, he's got a great catalog. You all know Sammy Hagar, right? Great voice. And Sammy he described to the media about 6 weeks ago that the ghost of Eddie Van Halen visited him and graced him with a song that he memorized and then went home and recorded. It's on the internet. I don't know what the odds are, but last night the ghost of Eddie Van Halen visited me at the fucking hotel room.
Oh my God.
I was watching the weather report, and he came in and he was laughing. His fucking ghost was laughing. I said, "What did you do now?" He said, Dave. Actually, you want me to do his accent? Just, Dave. He said, "Dave, you know that song I gave Hagar?" I said, "What now?" He said, "It's actually Inagata Davida backwards." Don't fucking tell him. This all stays in this room, but I laughed. We shared a ghost cigarette, a ghost Marlboro, not one of those pussy-ass white ones, but the red and white cowboy. And I hugged my brother Ed, and I said, "Man, do I fucking miss you." And he said, "I miss you too, Dave." He said, "But you know what? You should still go to hell." And I said, "Save me a seat." ghost stories. She wants us to play In a God in a View. Sing with me. Dance the night. Dance, dance, dance the night away. Tell the ghost story. Dance the night away. Whatever you do, don't put this shit up on YouTube.